Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. And listen, I'll call it professional performance, if you want to call it. The performance itself wasn't great. We was essentially like stuck in first gear. You know what I mean? And we still managed to cruise along, get the win, which for me was the main important thing. You know what I'm saying? There was already a lot of rumors, not rumors, like things we were hearing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're not really, the type of game that we're worried about is Burnley, and Burnley we can drop points. Is back from the international break. We've dropped points there before. And look, to be fair, people are not wrong with that. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not necessarily wrong. I know that we, especially coming back from an international break and this kind of game, a lot of the times we go and drop points. And it was great to see that we didn't drop points today. Do you know what I'm saying? And look, I think the lineup was good enough. I think as soon as I saw it and I saw Tosin and Chalobah, I was like, again, where can this go? The script, you know what I mean? Obviously Caicedo got arrested. Santos was there in midfield with Enzo, getting started, and it was, other than that, it was the usual lineup, to be fair. So I was looking at it thinking still good enough to beat Burnley. But when you started watching it, they were very, very compact. Very like good, had a very good discipline, straight back into position, and they made it difficult. I even thought at some point that they were better than us in that first half. We were looking shaky, passing it at the back. Like there was no, putting ourselves under pressure unnecessarily. There's opportunities to pass forward and we're passing back. Like those things I just weren't with in the game. But then we kept getting ourselves more and more into the game. And then I think, yeah, man, I think from then, I think Delap had the opportunity to pass the ball where he's not passing the ball. I think he was all right. I wouldn't say he was good. I would say more closer to Paul than he was all right. But then again, if anyone could name me a clear-cut chance that he missed for us to start saying he's bad, that's another story. And I gave Jackson a year. I've given all these other players time. Why would I write off someone that quickly into the season when he's literally had 3 months and he's been injured for most of it? So I think that just doesn't make sense for me. Going forward as well, I think that a lot of people are not seeing what Delap's doing off the ball. Obviously, we want to see him do more things on the ball, but if you kind of look, and I did that in the game a bit more, like just watch him. He'll drop deep, ask for the ball. No one's taking that risk to pass the ball through to him. Even when there is space, you see him taking the defender out of position, making that drifting out wide and starting the run, and he's still not getting the ball. And I think even in some instances, he was the guy that was making a run deep, and the defender was running out with him to make space, and the balls were still not played through the midfield. I think Enzo in some periods wasn't kind of progressing the ball as I think he can. I think then obviously we got the goal. Big up to Didnt, who was trying his best to play against Kyle Walker. I know he's old, but he's still doing his thing, and I think even Gittins was another one. I think every time we made the run, the ball wasn't passed. When he was trying to go short, he wasn't getting the ball long. Like they sometimes not releasing the ball when they should be, and I think that is kind of a problem for us, and we need to improve that as soon as possible. Other than that, Gittins nice cross. Do you know what I mean? And I think nice cross into the box. Neto with the goal. I think Neto was really good in my opinion. I think Neto as well done his thing in terms of just constantly, you know what I'm saying, taking the mick out of this Hartman guy. At some point, I think he even nutmegged, was it him or like Chauna guy? Like one of them, he just nutmegged him through his legs. And I think he was causing a lot of problems over there. Every time we got the ball, long ball to Neto. And I think for the second goal as well, you see how he just went in between them two. Good run by Gu, and he came on as well. And then what a smart way to actually put it ahead of the defender. Go across him, sorry. Which then it was almost like the defender couldn't do anything. He had to let him go. And the player then obviously passed it to Enzo. That was the second goal. But in between that, I think the lap allows João Pedro to just roam a bit freely, kind of drop deeper, get the ball a bit more, while we still have someone up front, still have a vocal point if we need it. Whereas in other games where João Pedro plays up front, and when he drops deep, there's no one up there, even if you want to progress the ball forward. So that's just one of the few positives, but I think Delap needs to improve massively in my opinion. I expect more from him, so I'm not really gonna do anything. Besides that, our defense wasn't bad. Few shaky moments, like I said in the beginning, but the guy I really need to give the plaudits to, especially off the ball, was Andre Santos, bro. Andre Santos played really well, bro. Like we weren't. I don't even think we were moaning about saying, "Yo, bring Caicedo on." I didn't even think. I was thinking, "Yo, we can cruise this game with the Santos on today." He played really well, and I would even say man of the match. I know that um on like some websites and that they were trying to do Enzo Fernandez man of the match. He just got the GA. Other than that, he was all like he was just on and off, on and off. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right thing. Sometimes even doing a few things where he gave away the ball under pressure, this and that. But even at the end of the game, we had a little shaky moment when Gusto ended up coming on. But I think bringing on Badia Shoe was actually the right thing. Now I'm not sure why he took Reece James off. I think it's probably to give him 45 minutes, blame the other game kind of thing, and also bring on Badia Shoe because we need to get him a bit up to fitness, see what he's like. And I think he was calm. Besides that one header he missed time. Then it went to that Fleming guy and he missed shot it over the bar. Other than that, no one really played well for like the whole team for me performed all right when it comes to Burnley. Like the Burnley players and then obviously Twanzebe, you know what I'm saying? If you're a United fan, he gave away the pen, I think was it Twanzebe that gave away the pen or was it Hannibal? One of the two that gave away the pen against Liverpool. And today Twanzebe is the guy that can't defend you, who then just puts you on a plate for um Enzo. And that was also an example for someone like a Delap where he kind of went a bit greedy in some of the positions that he was in, and instead of passing, he had a shot or held onto the ball for too long. I think those things he has to improve. But at the same time, look, for me, I'm looking at it like, look, we were the first game to be playing on the weekend back international break, and we had to make sure we won that game. Do you know what I'm saying? 1 out of 3, that's what I'm calling it. The 3 games coming up, we won 1 out of 3. Now it's on to Barca. Do you know what I'm saying? The weekend's going to be calm, looking at all the other teams, Liverpool playing Forest, City playing Newcastle. Do you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we got the North London derby as well. We're just sitting back and watching everyone else. I think that's the most important thing for me. And like before I end it as well, make sure you're liking the video, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1K, almost like 100 and something away from 1K. So support the channel, hit the like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about the game in the comments below. Let me know who you think is going to play. Obviously, we didn't see Estaval play, we didn't see Garnacho play, so that may be an indication that we might see them come on and actually start against Barcelona. So we'll see what happens then. And other than that, thank you for tuning in if you tuned in till now, and I see you guys into the next one. Peace.